Welcome to CE 402 Environmental Engineering 2 Module 6 Part 1. In this module, I am going to discuss about the sludge treatment, the final disposal methods. Uh, it is very important we have to treat the sludge that is collected from our initial treatment units like primary sedimentation tank, secondary sedimentation tank, activated sludge process, filtration tanks, etc. In the treatment of sewage, there are only two end products. That is, first one is effluent, second one is sludge. The effluent will be directly disposed of into surface water or natural streams, etc. It will not make a problem. But the sludge, that is a most dense form of the waste product coming after the water treatment process and wastewater treatment process, are to be disposed of by giving proper treatment system. And sludge is a semi-liquid mass formed out of solids of sewage mixed with varying amounts of water. It is large in quantity and it also contains the putrescible matter. The sludges are to be first processed before the final disposal. That is, we have to give treatment to sludge. Then there are so many stages for this sludge treatment. First one is the stabilization of sludge, then dewatering of the sludge, then preparation of the sludge like grinding, degritting, blending, and storing of the sludge. Then next fourth is the thickening of the sludge. That is, we have to densify the sludge. That is, in the initial form, it will be in a liquefied form. So we have to thicken the sludge in order to reduce the volume and in order to easiness to dewatering system. That is conditioning, thermal reduction, and disinfection of sludge. Then the final sludge disposal methods are there. That is landfilling, reusing as soil conditioner or a fertilizer, then resource recovery and land reclamation. Then this is the flow diagram showing the sludge treatment process. These sludges are collected from the primary sedimentation tank and secondary sedimentation tank. And first stage of this sludge treatment is the sludge digestion. After the sludge digestion, the digested sludge is transported to the sludge drying beds, and the water collected from the sludge digestion will be recycled or collected in the treatment system. And the sludges are given to the drying beds, and the dried sludge will be collected for the final disposal, and the dewatered water coming from the sludge will be collected using under drainage system, and it will transported to the final disposal or recycle. This is the flow diagram of a sludge treatment process. Then first step, that is the thickening process. The purpose of the thickening is to reduce the moisture content and densify the solids present in the sludge. And this will reduce the volume. And the practice is adopted for separation of greater amount of water from the sludge solids can be attained in settling tanks. There are three methods of thickening process. First one is gravity thickening. Second one is air flotation. Then the centrifugation. The next stage is digestion stage. The principal objective of sludge digestion is to subject the organic matter present in the settled sludge to anaerobic digestion or aerobic decomposition, so as to make it innocuous and amenable to dewatering on sand beds or mechanical filters before the final disposal. That is, this will enhance the property of dewatering of sludge. Then the conditioning. The condition also improves the drainability, that is dewatering process. Then prior conditioning of sludge before application of dewatering methods renders it more amenable to dewatering. And this can be achieved by elutriation, chemical conditioning, heat treatment, freezing, etc. Chemical conditioning of sludge with or without filtration is necessary when dewatering of sludge is accomplished by vacuum filtration. Then the dewatering. This dewatering can be attained by vacuum filtration, configuration, and pressure filtration, etc. And the dewatering will accelerate the process of removing water from the sludge, and about 90% of the water will be taken out from the digester itself. And the purpose of dewatering is to further reduce the volume of sludge and thereby increasing the solids concentration. Then heat drying. After this dewatering, the sludge will be carried to heat drying process, and this will again reduce the water content in the sludge, and the purpose of heat drying is to reduce further moisture content, and the volume will be further reduced so that it can be used after drying without causing offensive odor or risk to public. And several methods are there for this heat treatment, that is flash drying, rotary kiln, multiple hearth furnace, etc. have been used in the combination with the incineration devices. And drying is brought by the directing a stream of heated air or other gases about 350 degrees centigrade, and the dried sludge removed from the kilns is granular, and this can be used for landfilling and can be used as a soil conditioner. Then the incineration. This is the process continued after the heat process, and after incineration, all the sludge will be in the form of ashes, and this can be disposed of directly into land or water in the sea. Then disposal, the ultimate disposal of dewatered sludge or the ash may be on the land or into the sea. Then necessity of treatment of sludge. In order to destroy the pathogens present in the sludge, that is most of the organic matter will be present in the sludge itself, and it will create unhealthy conditions if we dispose this sludge directly onto the land or on the water body. And this will reduce the volume of the sewage sludge, because after collecting from the primary sedimentation tank and secondary sedimentation tank, the quantity of sludge will be very large, and after this treatment of sludge, the volume will be reduced, and so that we can handle it in a easy way. And to reduce the percentage of water in the sludge, and we can incinerate the sludge to stabilize the organic matter so that it may not cause difficulties later on, and to recover the industrial value of the sludge. We can use it like a fertilizer, landfilling, and for soil conditioner. Then amount and characteristics of sludge. This will depend upon the characteristics of wastewater also. Then sewage sludge consists of organic and inorganic solids present in raw sewage, and it can be removed from the primary sedimentation, that is the primary clarifier, and from the secondary treatment units. And the quantity and nature of sludge generated related to the character of the raw wastewater. And the inorganic fraction of sludge has a specific gravity of 1.01 to 1.06 depending upon the sources, and the amount and characteristics of sludge produced in various treatment processes are briefly as follows. And the quality of sludge depends upon the source, age, and the type of process employed for its removal. And the characteristics of sludge are described in terms of the following, that is the total solid content of the sludge, and the fraction of fixed and volatile solids in the sludge, and the specific gravities of the sludge and the sludge solids, and concentration of the solids. Typical ranges of dry solid contents, concentration of solids, and other specific gravities and of the sludge generated in the various wastewater treatment system normally employed in practice can be found in literature. This is the table showing that is the origin of the sludge and the sludge quality. You can go through. These are the sludges collected from different stages of wastewater treatment, that is from primary sedimentation tank, chemical precipitation, then secondary clarifier after activated sludge process, then secondary sedimentation tank after trickling filter, then aerobic and anaerobic digesters. These are the different qualities of sludges collected from plain sedimentation tank, that is primary treatment, and the chemical precipitation, that is also primary treatment. Here all the values are given, that is 60% of suspended solids of raw sewage will be collected from the primary sedimentation tank, and 67% of the volatile matter are destroyed, out of which small portion is converted into fixed solids from these plain sedimentation tank. And in the sludge collected from chemical precipitation, that is also a primary treatment. Here it may mainly consist of 70 to 90% of the suspended solids. Then the sludge collected from trickling filters, it includes 50 to 60% of non-settlable suspended solids. And in the activated sludge process, that is formation and recirculation, 5 to 10% of the transferred sludge is mineralized. This is the quantities and properties of sludges from various stages, that is plain sedimentation tank, chemical precipitation, trickling filter, and activated sludge process. Here you can see the percentage of moisture content of each sludge coming from each stage of this wastewater treatment system. And the quantity of sludge in meter cube per million liter is also given, and the composition in percentage of dry bases, that is volatile solids, soluble fats and phosphates, and the total nitrogen. Then the sludge quantities produced from conventional sources also given, that is in terms of dry solids in sludge. Here you can see the primary settling sludge, activated sludge, trickling filter sludge, extended aeration sludge, and aerated lagoon sludge. The values are given in kilogram per meter cube in meter cube into 1000 of sludge. I hope you understood the session about the sludge treatment. Thank you for listening. See you in the next class.